She dragged my files into the recycle bin with one sweep, a smirk hooked across her face. Months of work collapsed into digital ash. "Try again, if you can," she sneered. The room was silent except for the faint hum of the computer fan. Then my phone vibrated. I answered, calm, steady. "Yes," I said into the receiver. "I accept your $400,000 offer to be your creative director." I didn't look at her when I said it. I wanted the sound of her arrogance cracking to be the first thing I noticed. And it did. Her expression faltered, collapsed in slow motion. That brittle confidence snapped, and in its place, panic. We met 6 years ago, a rooftop bar, summer heat clinging to our skin. She laughed too loud, touched my arm when she didn't need to, and told me I was wasted on small-time clients. I believed her. She had that kind of voice, sharp, convincing, dangerous. She was the one who said, "We'll build an empire." I was foolish enough to think she meant we. Back then, she looked at me like I was a secret she wanted to keep forever. Later, I learned I was only a ladder she meant to climb. The first crack showed in her calendar. Meetings she never mentioned. Nights where her phone buzzed and she slid it face down across the table. I didn't ask. I watched. Then came the email. She'd forwarded my pitch deck, my months of research, design, and sweat to another agency. No context, just the subject line, "Use this." I stared at that email for an hour. Not angry, not sad, just awake. That was the moment I buried every remaining illusion. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is cheap. People raise their voices when they don't have a plan. I had a plan. I started small, transferring my personal files to encrypted drives, shifting passwords, slowly, so she wouldn't notice the trap tightening. Then I built relationships, quietly, carefully. The clients she dismissed as too small, I nurtured them, turned them into loyal allies. And when she ignored a major potential investor because she thought they lacked vision, I listened to him instead. Listened and delivered. He offered me $400,000 and the creative director title she wanted more than oxygen. I said yes. Not yet publicly, but yes. The rest was patience. Tonight, she tried to humiliate me. She thought she was in control. She thought dragging my files to the trash would remind me who held power. She didn't realize every draft she deleted was already backed up. She didn't realize the call I answered wasn't a lifeline. It was a victory lap. Her face in that moment? God, I'll keep it forever. The sudden twitch of her mouth, the widening of her eyes, the sound of her breath catching. She wanted to ask what call, what offer, but pride strangled her. I decided to help. $400,000, I said, standing. Creative director, starting tomorrow. Her lips parted. No sound came out. And the best part? I leaned close enough for her perfume to sting my throat. They only wanted me, not you. Never you. I walked out without waiting for her reply. Of course, revenge isn't just about leaving. It's about ensuring they can't follow. By the time she checked her inbox, she'd find my resignation letter already sent. The board would see the evidence I collected, her theft of my work, her attempts to undercut clients, the money she siphoned under ghost accounts. I didn't embellish. I didn't need to. Facts are sharper than knives when presented cleanly. And when the investors demanded explanations, she'd try to spin her story, but it wouldn't matter. She'd be shouting into a void that already chose not to listen. I remember once she told me, "Power is just about perception." She was right. And I've changed the perception. To them, she's reckless. To me, she's finished. Walking home, I felt no guilt, just clarity. She wanted me to break. She wanted to watch me crawl. Instead, she'll watch me rise with the title, the paycheck, the team she wanted. And she'll know, every meeting I lead, every campaign that wins, should have been hers, but isn't. That's the true revenge. Not the destruction, but the living reminder that she lost. Tomorrow, she'll call, she'll scream, she'll beg, she'll threaten. I won't answer. The silence will say enough. Do I hate her? No. Hate is too heavy to carry. I feel something sharper, cleaner, a satisfaction that justice, my justice, was delivered with precision. She thought she erased me tonight, but you can't erase someone who already wrote the ending. Final thought? She once shouted, "This work is absolute trash." Now, when the investors read her reports, when they see the numbers collapse, when they watch her empire crumble, I wonder if she'll whisper the same words to herself. And that will be the sweetest sound.